Sanford Stadium in Athens. Nearing the midway point of this season, Week 5 in our coverage of EA Sports College football. It's the Notre Dame Fighting Irish and the Georgia Bulldogs. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you, and Howie Rowe joins from the sideline with an injury report.
Guys, Coach DeBoer told me pregame. Coach said because they are still without their starting quarterback, this has been essential to have a bye week this week. Give their backup all of the reps with the #1 offense, something he typically doesn't do all season long. So they have really focused on more reps, more reads, so he can really hit the ground running here today early in this game. Back to you.
We'll see how they react. Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Drops back on first down. With the catch, it's Driver. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple. The Dogs racing to the line in a hurry-up. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone. Make them execute and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
The hardest thing to do in football is to play on the road. So you want to get those fans.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Got to make the play on fourth. Still looking to his right. Got the first himself. Turning it on. Across the 40 outbound at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. The Bulldogs have it with a 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. They get to him as he throws. Just had to get rid of him.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Makes a deep grab.
Obviously, massive play by the offense, picking up a big first down on an explosive. But, David, 3rd down defense, it's one thing to allow a first down, but you've got to make tackles. You can't give up explosive plays like that.
Unleashes one deep. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. They just keep firing. Fires to the wideout. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Not the way you want to start your first drive, and the defense forces a turnover. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. He's dropped. 2nd and long here. To the air, it's Roach. Rush right in his face. Goes high to pull it in. A huge play there, and he has them set up and in business at the 30. You want to talk about flipping the script. They just did that with a huge play, and now they've got it 1st and 10 in plus territory. Fresh set of downs going to the air. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Tough sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Caught. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Selling the fake. Escapes the pressure to his right. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And they have the first points of the game. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. From deep, it's Hooks. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Fresh set of downs going up top. They're all over him. Finds his tight end. Makes a catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. Georgia going up tempo. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times...
He's got it way down the field. Defense on...
Entering. Buhi narration volume set to 100. Subtitle scales the volume of the menu narration. Buhi narration volume set to 100. Subtitle scales the volume of the menu narration.
Gates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Throw to the end zone. Picked off. Taking it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. They've got a first down here to open the period. Moves the pocket. It's Roach. Still looking. Unloads to the wideout. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys up, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Red pass, it's complete. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that run.
The throw. Finds his big tight end. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. Really good patience and recognition. And how about the tight end just finding the hole and settling and waiting until the quarterback saw it?
And the play completely changes. Once my QB gets outside the pocket, I got to see it, and I got to start working towards him, or if I'm near him, working away. Nice job being on the same page, getting the first down.
They needed a big play, and they got it, and the foot down for the first down.
Nice play there. And I know when you think Notre Dame's football, you're thinking about running the football and all those NFL offensive linemen they have. But when you've got playmakers like him on the perimeter, you've got to be able to take advantage of him. This guy has the chance to play on Sundays. He's too good. If you've got a window to throw and that guy's out running a route, give him an opportunity.
Wants to keep it in the air. Throwing right. A strike downfield. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. Notre Dame comes to the line that last completion, giving them a fresh set of downs. Snaps it in the shotgun. Fires into the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And this offense shows right away on first down. They're willing to pass down here. Does this soften them up a little bit for the run here on 2nd down and goal?
Back to throw, it's Roach. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Touchdown, Irish! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And I think this is really the separators in good offense and great offense. Can you throw the football inside the 5-yard line with the tight windows? He can. Nice strike, nice catch, nice execution.
Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2 as they extend the lead. A 69-yard touchdown drive, and they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. The snap, wants to throw to start this drive. Makes the grab down the middle. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Trying to establish the run. Runs through the tackle. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27th.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
It's so...
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised they're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. Needs it here on 4th down. On the move. Now looking to throw back to the middle. Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
Well, that tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Rashad Downs going up top. He's not afraid to go deep. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
I think sometimes as a quarterback, when your offense is struggling, you don't have any points up on the board yet here at the end of the first half. You're just trying to take a shot to see if your guy can make a play. And that time, he thought he had the matchup he wanted, but he has just not been able to ever find a rhythm. And this defense is making it really hard on him, forcing that one to fall incomplete.
They'll run it. Sees an alley. He's got the first down. Running free. To the house. Touchdown, Bulldog. An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just hand the ball off, but when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
The AT unit on the field. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they close the deal with a 39-yard run to the house. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Vincent. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be second and long. Notre Dame lines up quickly. Dropping back, it's Roach. Look out! Good job just to get rid of that one.
Really good coverage by this defense. They were aware of everyone on the field, and including the running back. A lot of times those guys get lost in the shuffle, but they saw him. They knew the ball was going to him. They braked on it, did a good job, and got in his face just enough to cause him to lose some focus and drop that football.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's going to let one fly down the middle.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of...
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth and long. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Fires to the right. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. Notre Dame explosive in the passing game. Let's see what they do here. Hits inside. It's Vincent. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Fake to the back, wants to throw it. Keeping his eyes downfield. Never has to leave the pocket and fires over the middle. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26. The Fighting Irish called their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Throws to the wideout. It's dropped after taking the hit.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Left side is Peters. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Notre Dame will now use its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Stepping to the right. And that one is right on target if his target was the first row.
And he misses. How about that, man? Like, it seems like everything he's thrown so far has worked, especially down here. He's already got 2 touchdown passes against this defense. So, guys, I'm kind of surprised when he misses down here.
It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining. Just enough time for one final play in this half. To the air, it's Roach. Got it! They will score! Touchdown, Fighting Irish! How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? They want to throw it. And that one is picked up in the end zone.
2-point plays, the windows are very small to throw into. That time, he just tried to force it into a tiny window. It ended up being picked, and the offense comes away with no points.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
From our gorgeous Orlando studios, it's the Week 5 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin our coverage with Florida State taking on the Syracuse Orange. And it's the Seminoles who are rewarded for feeding their star. For some reason, he plays better at home, and this team plays better at home, as they did today.
They'll open the second half with a run.
And it brings them to a sparkling 4-0 on the year.
They can really be a aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. Handoff again. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Had to get rid of it quickly. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. And that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Looks as if he's going to run it. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. The dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on 3rd down. On play action. He's got it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
And in this offense, you know, as a quarterback, you're going to get opportunities to put up some pretty big numbers. You've been impressed watching this guy play early this year with that last pass.
Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Right on the money, and he makes the grab in the end zone.
And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the third quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the second half. You drive it down the field, and you scored. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled, you realize what's going on. Now, I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. That big explosive play carries them into plus territory. They'll snap it 1st and 10 from just across the 50. Sells the run, wants to pass. Buying time to his right. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. And just too much on that pass. Too high, too wide, out of bounds and incomplete.
And at this point of the game, you just can't say enough about how good the defense has been covering this guy. Coming into the game, they knew he was the critical factor for this offense with his skill set. But they have really been able to shut him down. They force another incompletion down the field looking his way. To me, that's one of the biggest reasons why they're winning this game.
He wants to throw it again. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Throws toward the end zone. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Wants to throw one first. Going for 6. Touchdown, Dogs! The sure hands in the end zone, and he has 6. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
Escapes the sack. And the quarterback is sacked. Big play by the defense that is probably going to be wiped out by that penalty flag. I think they jumped offside. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Off-play action on first down. Going for the big play. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Long way to go on second down. Got his man downfield. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Swarmed under 5-yard loss on the play.
Here's the thing. I know this guy's not going to win the Heisman Trophy, but he's a pretty talented football player that's made big plays for this offense in the past. They have not had any success when they've given him chances so far in this game. And in the third quarter, you're getting a little nervous, I think, if you're the head coach, because he's a guy you need to have success if you're going to win.
On defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Gonna let it fly. Has it. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They'll move the tight end. Got his man. Big guy tries to barrel in. Makes the grab, down immediately. He picks up a few.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On first and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
We'll see if the offense can punch it in on second and goal. Rushes on. Gets rid of it.
And I'm not surprised they're letting him throw the football down here near the end zone. Like, that dude's been really, really good. And you can trust him. They trust him in this offense. Great job by this defense playing the pass, breaking on the football, and making sure he doesn't get another touchdown.
Can't make the grab in this offense, which has been brilliant this season on third down. Doesn't convert this time.
And I don't blame this offense at all for throwing the football down here. Like, you can trust. He's already got 4 touchdown passes on the day. He's proven he's trustworthy. Nice job by the defense, not getting fooled again. They've had a bad day, but that was a good play.
They've already put this game in a hammerlock, and now they'll go for the submission hold on fourth and goal. Looking to throw, it's Roach. Here comes the heat. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
Well, you're up by 2 possessions in the fourth quarter. They're hoping with that conversion they ice the game. They don't get it. It feels like they're going to win, but we've seen crazy things happen in college football, and they've left the door open here late. Let's see what happens.
He makes the catch. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Georgia comes quickly to the line.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
And the Bulldogs come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Drops back on first down. Fires to the wideout. And he avoids the sack.
You got to love what you've seen from the defense in this game, too. They knew coming into this one against this quarterback, being as talented as he is, they were going to have to be really good in coverage on the back end, and that's been the case all game long. They have never let it be easy for this quarterback.
Taking a shot. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
And I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
And your decision to go for it on fourth down has a lot to do with your kicker. How strong is his leg? Some of these guys nowadays, they can boot the ball 50.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off. So, guys, that touchdown was huge, but they have to get the two here to make it a one-possession game. He's looking to throw. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
And these decisions to go for two, you see more and more of it throughout a game, chasing points. And then in the end, you wonder if this just comes back to bite you.
They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Straight ahead, it's Vincent. Pushes ahead for one. It's 2nd and 9.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. Notre Dame now operating in the red zone. Moving the pocket, it's Roach. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And they take it in for 6 more points. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide. Oh, pressure's coming. He's got it in the end zone for the 2, but will it stand? There is a flag down. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back.
And it's more common to throw for the 2-point conversion than it is to run anymore. So you practice these a lot. You could tell. Nice timing, nice rhythm, in sync, nice 2-point conversion.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the fourth quarter, they're still
going for it all. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Trying to take it back. He's at the 20. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Irish. Things a little more comfortable after that score and much, much closer to a win here in Week 5. He's got it. 2-point try is good as they build on this lead.
How about that for a momentum swing? Your defense gets the pick 6. Offense comes right back on the field, and they get the 2-point conversion.
Bringing it back. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Fresh center downs going to the air. Right side, it's Bargava.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
He's taking a deep shot. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Freshetta Downs going up top. Lets it fly. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. Down in the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Ducks headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. On the return, it's Vincent. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Just got rid of that one.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, oh, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Quarterback signaling to his guys. Back to throw, it's Roach. He hurls one deep down the left side. And he's got it inside the 35. Breaks a tackle, and he might go. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Once he got some room, it was over.
And they talked about his speed all week, but it's one thing to talk about. It's another thing to see it. You see that young man out wide, man. He can fly, and he runs right by the defense. They take a shot early, Palmer. They find the speedster, and he finds the end zone.
And I think the defensive coordinator right now is just kicking himself because you're right. I mean, they watched film all week long. You've seen this guy torch defenses. You cannot play coverages that allow this guy to take the top off and get behind your back line. That right there is just a big mistake defensively, a bad call, and kudos to the offense for finding the matchup and making them pay.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Caught behind the line. It's Acker. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. He is a menace rush. Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Snapped on 4th down. Fires to the middle. Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted the 4th down to keep the drive going.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
The Ducks will have it 1st and 10. Ocean from the wideout. They'll go to the counter. Breaks into the open. Past the 50. He's at the 40. The 20. He's at the 10. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one. Now on 1st and goal as they try to answer that opener with a touchdown of their own. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Ducks! Great job by the back on the option. Can these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
And he added the extra point. We're all tied up, and they'll try to get it right back. They're going for an onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Man, what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. The fake wants to throw. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Unloads to the right. Fires it incomplete.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive,
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Changing the routes with his receiver. Got to make the play on fourth. Unloads to the wideout. The catch is made, but he's beyond the sideline, so they'll turn it over on downs.
And this offense chooses to be aggressive. Listen, once you start getting to midfield, you see most offenses be aggressive, and they took their chance, and they failed. Now, early in the game, a chance to create momentum to swing back to the other side of the football field.
Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
I'll tell you, the offense might be setting up a shot down the field here. You might see them later fake the wide receiver screen and see if they can hit a tight end or another receiver running up the boundary. Keep your eye open for that.
Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the third down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later. And you could...
He'll take a deep shot here. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. The play in the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20 on a touchback. Running inside, it's Vincent. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26. Notre Dame right back to the line.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to...
Trying to beat the D deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
Well, they hooked up already once for a score today, so the quarterback's going back to him again deep down the field, but it falls incomplete.
Looking downfield, it's Roach. Got out of trouble and throws. Another incompletion on third down.
And I like the aggressiveness on third and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's fourth and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
Man, your goal of a defense is to stop them, is to force punts, and then this is just gravy. Now they go for it on fourth down and medium. On their side of the field, you get the big stop and a chance to switch the momentum here in the first half.
Defense all over it. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Out wide left, attacker. Nice stiff arm there, but the defense still able to stop him for a short gain.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Got some room to run. He's at the 40. At the 20. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Lining up to add another. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Looking for daylight from inside his 20. Brings a return out across the 25. Gets a couple of extra yards. He's stopped at the 27-yard line. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do have it, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Just feeds the running back. Pass to 6. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. No matter what uniform the Ducks are rocking, they are dressed for success on the ground.
And that's who they are, right? They're dressed for success. They run the football, and then after that, what do? They run it some more, and they run it fast. Every Oregon team always been built on that tempo and ground game.
They don't need a bunch on 2nd down. Hand it to the back. Nothing but green grass down the middle. Running inside the 20. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon. The extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point is good. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finished it off on the ground with a 58-yarder for 6. Fielded in the end zone, it's Vincent. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Ran to that daylight to pick up 6 to the 22. To the air. It's Roach. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Hoping to move the chains, here comes Notre Dame on 4th. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Oh, he dropped it, just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. Quick give. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on 3rd down. Out of the backfield, he's open. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or 2 miss and pick up the 1st down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Ducks. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left, and we are going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
And he tacks on the extra point. Here's the return from inside his 10. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Looking downfield, it's Roach. And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Yeah, and the quarterback didn't have a chance. I mean, when you get to the QB that fast, Jesse, you're still processing information, for goodness sakes.
And you're getting to the sideline whenever this drive is over, and you're asking for help from your offensive coordinator. You're asking, hey, can we...
Picked off. What a play to set him up. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. This offense has put on a display in the first half, and they have a chance to tack another one on before the break. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Lets it go to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. The Fighting Irish called their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion. Well, it's a good news, bad news scenario. You got the pick, and you would have liked to have paid that off with a touchdown, but because the drive stalls out, they're still happy to get the field goal.
From inside the 15, here's the return. Thought he might have had a little room for a second, but he'll be stopped at the 28. A pretty good job by the coverage unit. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. The run inside. It's Vincent. They make the stop, but he's got enough for the first down, and now this offense might have a chance to do something. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. He uncorks one deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you could see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
And that ball is live in the backfield. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you've got to have 2 hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Sets his feet. It's Roach. He lost it high and deep down the left side.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. It's caught downfield. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Rush right in his face. He can't haul it in. Incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Men, notable storylines all across the sport today. So let's roll up our sleeves and get you updated here in Week 6. We start with Baylor in their matchup against the number 2 team, the Texas Tech Red Raiders. And it's the Bears sneaking out of here with an upset victory. Gonna have to see how the rankings shake up following this outcome.
Nowhere to go.
And it brings them to a sparkling 4-0 on the year.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11.
Let's now take a look at top 25 action.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And you have to wonder if going in at halftime in the locker room just slowed down the momentum a little.
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised they're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. Needs it here on 4th down. Throws it deep. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop. This offense has it with really good field position. Looking for the edge, it's Vincent. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Sets his feet, it's Roach. He wants it all. Touchdown Notre Dame! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. What a grab and what a quick strike from that offense.
And when I'm an offensive coordinator and I see a short field, I'm thinking attack, attack, attack. Go get that touchdown. Take advantage of what the defense gave you. Great job by the offensive coordinator.
And he made the extra point without problem. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute with some points on the board.
And he'll move his way forward to the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 35.
They pick up the 1st down on the drag route. Good job by the receiver knowing it was man coverage. If he's looking, he's booking. He gave his quarterback the eyes right away that says, hey, I'm not stopping. Put it out in front of me. I'm getting this 1st down.
Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10. The give to the back. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
He stopped short of the 40, right at the 39, and it's 4th down.
Well, they weren't throwing to the sticks on that 3rd down. They hit the drag route.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Snapped on 4th down. Fires to the right. It's caught. And he's brought down, but he picks up the 1st down, and the gamble pays off. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Working the ground game. Oh, he's got some space. They get him on the ground. Boy, they took the business end of that run as he picked up 8.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will. That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's fourth down. They converted fourth down earlier on this drive, and now they'll try it again. The Fighting Irish called their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on fourth down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. He's going for a big play downfield. Can't hook up on the long throw, and fourth down goes by the boards for this offense. Never a reason to panic. Just run your offense. Plenty of time here, down one possession late in the fourth. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Turns it upfield. There he goes. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down. The Irish, after the chunk play through the air, back to the line. Looking to throw, it's Roach. Going deep. He's got it.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
So the opportunity with a touchdown here to take a fourth quarter lead. And a touchdown here would not only give them the lead, but in the fourth quarter, that ramps up the pressure. Snap in the shotgun. Trying to barrel in. Touchdown, Irish! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
And it's go time. You need a play late, and the big tight end comes through for you. You find him, he does the rest, catches the football, gets in for the touchdown, and now you take the lead.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. He'll bring it out. And the returner will be dragged down. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Fresh center downs going to the air. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Wants to throw one first. Fires to the wideout. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. Bringing it back. And he's going to take it. This is a live look at Navy Marine. Can't find his man as he took. After the stumble earlier this year, a lot of people wrote this team off. People might be searching.
Greetings and welcome to a very special moment on the annual sports calendar. The Heisman Trophy ceremony presented by EA Sports. Inside the Tiburon Theater, I'm Chris Fowler. So proud to bring you Heisman Trophy night every year. So many memories come out of this night. Each of these guys have hung out together, got to know each other better, but ultimately, the night's going to belong to one guy. One name will be read here, and one man will have that life-changing moment and forever be known as a Heisman Trophy winner. These are nervous times for these guys. The announcement just moments away. They've gotten to New York City, not by focusing on it, but once you're here, man, they want to win it. And every past winner has told me this is really a nervous time for them.